Once upon a time, in the land known as this one, the clock struck midnight, and the year became 2020. It started off as a normal year, then it quickly escalated into a series of unfortunate events that kept stacking on each other until everyone became sort of numb to tragic news as a coping mechanism in response to just how much was going on. And if they didn't, they would quickly be overwhelmed from the... "Ooh, boy, this is going to be a real cheerful one." I'll just skip to the end. A jack-o'-lantern with blood splattered on its face falls slowly and crashes on the ground.
"Jack! No!"
Screams a young, armed and armored Santa Claus.
Another holiday crumbles to my might.
Smugly gloats COVID-19. The world between worlds is now apocalyptic and chaotic. What was once the pathway to travel from holiday worlds to reality, an ever-changing kaleidoscope of scenic environments, is now a wasteland of pitfalls and craters. The corpses of the leaders of all the other holidays are strewn across the ground.
It doesn't matter how young you make yourself, Santa. You'll never be strong enough to defeat me. And that poor excuse for a holiday pissing himself in the corner is hardly even worth my time.
"He's right.
Stammered Tom Turkey.
You and Jack have always been the strongest. And he just took out Jack like it was nothing."
Tom couldn't aim his bow and arrows from his trembling, and they slipped from his feathered hands.
"Get it together, Tom! This fight isn't over!"
Bellowed the warrior Claus.
Oh? You really want to do this? Still not ready to accept the inevitable and make peace with your fate?
Santa drops his broken shield and mace and pulls out his two hand axes, readying himself for battle.
I don't think you realize how quickly I'm spreading.
COVID snaps his fingers and multiplies. The COVID clones rush Santa. He charges directly into them, screaming his battle cry, while COVID walks calmly towards Tom, whistling to torment the poor spirit. Tom begins to whimper a prayer in terrified acceptance of his death. Santa fights ferociously, slaying many, but he starts taking hits. The more he fights, the more injured he becomes, and blood begins to run down his face from under his hat. COVID reaches Tom, as Tom is stammering and stuttering, unable to remember his prayer from fear.
"Please take care of those who are in need. Please feed those who are hungry. Please remind everyone of their blessings and what they have in life. Please make sure that everyone is...
COVID leans down and whispers in Tom's ear.
You're a lie. You're not a real holiday. You're a symbol of genocide. You're a day that the colonizers ate the natives' food because they were too incompetent to survive on their own. And how did these pathetic colonizers repay the natives for their generosity? By taking their land. By slowly poisoning and killing them for over 300 years. Forcing the survivors to live on tiny areas of land nowhere near as valuable as the land that was taken.
COVID stands up and places his hand on Tom's throat.
And everyone wants to believe that you're just a symbol for a family dinner.
COVID snaps Tom's neck, and his eyes gloss over. Santa jumps from a rock behind COVID, his axe is raised over his head, his eyes wild from the rage and hope that he can end it all here. But COVID sees Santa's attack in the reflection of Tom's dead eyes and sidesteps the attack. COVID summons his blades and the two engage in combat. Santa puts everything he can into this fight. He knows this is the last chance he has to save everyone. But COVID has accumulated too much power and disarms Santa, one weapon at a time. COVID grabs Santa by the throat, the same position Tom was in.
You've taken so much from everyone. And the best part is I'll be around for a long time. All the misinformation and mixed messages being spread. These people don't even know what to believe. Hell, I might never go away now with how strong I've become. So, any last words?
Santa hears the sounds of people everywhere, hoping and wishing the holidays would help them take their minds off how horrible this year has been. People lamenting all the terrible changes that have happened to them. Losing family members, losing livelihoods, and losing hope.
Why did Grandma have to die?
I can't do this anymore.
I don't know
It's
how
too
I'm gonna pay
much.
for everything. I don't know how I'm going to buy groceries. I don't know what I can do for work. My entire industry's been shut down. Where's Grandpa? How come we can't see Grandpa anymore?
This sucks, man.
You have no idea how frustrating and stressful online learning is for your kid while you're trying to work your own job in the other room.
I'm so sick of being stuck inside all the time!
just want to see a movie. God, why is everything closed?
2020 is the worst year ever.
Another patient died while I was holding their hand because their family couldn't come see them in time. I don't know how many more times I can do this.
Beginning to submit to the grief that he failed everyone, he begins to hear individual voices stand out from the overlap of depressed people.
I know things are tough, but we'll still have a Christmas.
Hey, when there's a will, there's a way. Just because we can't go see Grandma doesn't mean we can't call or FaceTime her and still have some family time.
Money is tight, and we won't be able to have a Christmas like last year. But we have each other, and that's what actually matters.
Santa smiles with the realization that the people will make it work the best they can without him.
They're gonna be okay.
What was that?
COVID asks with snarkiness, but some genuine curiosity.
I said, eat my ass!
Santa bellows in the last act of defiance as he kicks COVID in the chest, launching himself out of COVID's grasp and off a cliff. Santa falls with a smirk on his face and lands at the bottom, exploding into a flurry of snowflakes upon impact. COVID stands alone, triumphant, but feeling hollow from what Santa whispered. He pondered if he really won, or if, somehow, the human spirit would bring these holiday creatures back next year.
Well, that would depend on whether or not there's anyone left to believe next year.
COVID turns around to see suburbia ready to be infected. He smiles. The end.
This is an unprecedented time in history with a colossal amount of change for everyone. And so many people have suffered so much, and it's not gonna... There's no quick fix to any of this, but we're gonna get through it. Kicking and screaming if we have to, but we're gonna get through this. We just gotta stay strong and help each other out when we can. We'll get through this.